Oh my god. Dang. Hello guys. Oh my god. Stinky in chat. Oh my god. Stinky. Hello Lion. Hello Hamishorglur. And also hello Bitchface. So, Dangly Grandma tonight. Lion for Gore. Also hello Zephyr. So, Danganronpa tonight. Weird night to stream Danganronpa, but I wasn't able to do it this week and I want to get the chapter done. So on the third trial, which is actually quite a cool trial, personally. It's very split, and I like to mention that a lot because a lot of people are very split on this one. Go eat vitamins. I think Sean's had their vitamins today. Yeah, Sean has had vitamins. Hopefully this volume's good. Hang on. I would check this before the stream, but like it does get all weird and stuff. Testing. Okay, that's good. That's very good. So, third trial. It's a nice one. And by nice, I mean it's a little bit all over the place, but it's still a good one. Which scene am I on? It's daytime. So, Dangly. Do I want to show the bodies again? Let's show the bodies again. Fuck it, let's just show the bodies again. Let's show a couple of bodies. So, I'll run through what happened. So basically, everyone is all quarantining because Monokuma decided to recreate COVID. So, Hajime, Fuyuhiko were in the hospital along with Mikan, Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were all sick. And everyone else was all in a motel nearby. They were all communicating through these little what the fuck are they? They're like little monitors. They're little monitors with cameras. And Hajime looks at one and sees someone going to game end themselves at the music venue. So Hajime runs over there and sees a dead Ibuki. He sees this. At the music venue. So then he thinks, oh shit, I need to tell everyone. So he runs away, finds Chiaki, who then is by Mikan and Fuyuhiko. They kick down the door. They had to kick down the door to the music venue because it was locked, which makes no sense because there's no other way out of the music venue. The only way into the music venue is by the front door, which was sealed shut. Oh my god, I squeezed out the baby, but I have no idea who the father is. But yeah, they kick in the door, and then they see this. She fucking died! Hiyoko, death. Ding dong, the child is dead. And then we investigated. I'll go through the truth bullets once we get to the start of the trial. But the place we got to was the end of the investigation. So yeah. It's already time. Why was that my Nagito voice? Let me know how the audio is, by the way, when you can actually start hearing things more. So, this again. I need to go to that place again. But now is not the time to be a coward, Hajime. The reason Ibuki and Hiyoko became victims in order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. Hopefully the audio sounds good. I'm gonna go do some other stuff. That's fine, Zeph. Actually, that does somehow remind me I need to fix... Oh no, yeah, the voice of temp stuff is already on. Okay, I didn't change it the other day. That's fine. Right. So over to Monokuma... Rock. Monokuma Rock. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. I should fucking hope they did. And soon enough,
Welcome.
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go through the class trial? Class trial. What's the recommended amount of digital wire? Hey jerk, hold it right there. Bitch. Bang.
Monomy's
What?
such a dumb child.
Oh my god, same. Don't get in my way, I'm just a dumb little sister who's short of a few brain cells. Same! My brain works just fine, unlike me.
Hey.
Monokuma, what the fuck do you do with Nekamaru? I see. She's come to avenge him. That sounds like he died. Sounds like you say. Oops.
Anyway.
Since Nekamaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent. Yeah, so Nekamaru, I didn't mention that last. Yeah, so last time Nekamaru, basically Akane wanted to fight Monokuma, and then she lost, and then Monokuma was like, okay, you're gonna die, pulls out a gun. But just before it gets to her, Nekamaru dives in front of the bullet, and Nekamaru gets fucking shot. Then he's whisked away in an ambulance. We haven't seen him since. Either he's dead or he's recovering, we don't know yet, but he's not here for the trial.
Bye-bye.
Now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
I won't let you escape. Thankfully, I don't need to do voices. Because the trial. This is a very intense moment for the trial. This is the perfect time to shake your Oh, it is! Thank you for reminding me, Lion. I'm gonna check my Tamagotchi. It's very tense. Gotta clear this shit. Have I got any gifts I can give it? Oh, that's Chiaki's gift, but fine. There we go. You have the crisps. Hey, did you hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekamaru's dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way, not in a million years.
Well...
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekamaru will die. I'm gonna Tamagotchi at 69 until next growth. Oh my god, that's nice. Why are you so excited about that?
How about it?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Right, hurry the fuck up and get this over with. I don't know why I swear more when I'm really butchering the voice acting. I swear more to make it flow better. Yeah, you're right. Okay, she's gonna do it. But she can't. Nekamaru's not here. Just as I thought, this particular incident. We can continue this later, right, Hajime? It's even creepier than usual. I'm only going to click on the characters whose voices I can do. It's about time I showed my serious side.
Let's make history.
How troublesome. But I suppose I can display my true power for the sake of our two fallen comrades. Heck you, Hami Shorglor. I forgot to disable that. Okay, Hami Shorglor, I will be family friendly for the next 10 minutes. I mean, how family friendly can I get? I'll be reading through all the truth bullets. For 2 deaths.
Hey.
Let's go. There's no time to waste. I know it's sad, but we need to move forward. And then we need to end this once and for all. No swearing will do. Roar. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. It's just one key, Hajime, just press W. Once again, the beautiful escalator. It's a great animation, it really is. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock. The elevator began its deep descent as usual. I really hope the audio is okay. I don't actually know what it's like Did you have to hesitate? Is the audio okay, guys? I did have to hesitate there, yes. But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. There are only 9 people for this trial. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. Long elevator and I walked into that place. My, feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. 2 people got killed at the same time and Nekomaru's not here either.
Hey!
Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No!
Why bother?
That's... Well now.
Right then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. So the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. I can switch to the trial scene now. I said we can switch to the trial scene now. I said we can switch to the trial scene now. Thank you. I can also remove the blood. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud. She was the most... Can we switch the trial scene? I should hope so. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hiyoko Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. I want to switch the trial scene now. Well, do you? But she was trying to change herself. She was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those 2 is Among Us. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Among Us. Oh my god. It was Among Us. It was always Among Us. Oh my god. The person who killed those 2 is Among Us. So there's also Hiyoko, really sad. I definitely can't believe it. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friends' sake. For Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so the curtain to the 3rd class trial is about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. I'm bringing the volume up because I get the impression that it is quite low. But I don't actually know if it is or not. She said hell, it's not very... Look, right. There's nothing bad about that. Right? Right? Okay. So. Time to go... Actually, I'll set these scales because I think I have some of those. That one's nice to use. How's the audio sounding? That one's kind of cool to have. I swear I have 4. Audio's good? Okay, right, so. Truth bullets. Monokuma file number 3. There are 2 victims this time, Ibuki Miyoda and Hiyoko Sayonji. Ibuki Miyoda's cause of death was a crushed windpipe as a result of choking. There are no other external injuries. The camera needs to be fixed. I need to adjust so many things off stream. I just always forget. Okay. Hiyoko Sayonji's cause of death was blood loss due to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. It appears her death was instant. Okay. Blood on the soles. There were bloodstains on the soles of Ibuki's feet. Rope used for hanging. The rope used for hanging. According to Mikan, there is no doubt that the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself with this rope. Motel room key. The key to the motel room that Hiyoko was staying in. It was buried deep inside her kimono, so it's pretty difficult to retrieve. Scrap of thick paper. A thick scrap of paper that was stuck to the batten lighting. Music venue curtain. A black curtain at the very back of the music venue stage. It is not wide enough to reach the side of the stage. It looks like it was brought from the supermarket and not something that was originally here. Stepladder. A stepladder was found on the music venue stage, tipped on its side. On its left side, a slight bloodstain can be seen. Candle. A candle was found at the front of the music venue stage. It looks like the dim light seen in the surveillance camera video was actually light from this candle. Surveillance camera unit. A surveillance camera unit put inside the music venue for communication purposes. It's been smashed to pieces and no longer works. AC temperature. The AC was cranked up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like what, 30 Celsius? I did check it. It was extremely hot inside the music venue because of that. So Stepladder's an Ace Attorney reference every time I see a Stepladder. You could say anything's an Ace Attorney reference and I would have no choice but to believe you. Smudge on the floor. Evidence that a bloodstain was wiped off the floor of the music venue stage. Since Ibuki had no open wounds, it's believed the blood belonged to Hiyoko. Semi-transparent glob. A strange glob that was stuck to where both music venue doors touch each other. Mikan's account. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realised that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Surveillance monitor video. Surveillance monitor video. The video that Hajime saw at the hospital. It shows a person dressed in a hospital gown wearing a hemp bag on their head as they willingly climb a stepladder towards a noose. Fuyuhiko's account. After Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theatre and Electric Avenue, but they didn't find anyone. Apparently Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. Sonya's account. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was dishevelled and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonya apparently told her about the full-length mirror in the music venue storage room. Movie invitation ticket. The invitation ticket prepared by Monokuma. One ticket was passed out per person and the date it was passed out is printed on the ticket. Monokuma's account. The Monami tote bag that was sold at the movie theatre. It's a limited item because only one person can buy it. Apparently, you get another bag for free when you purchase it. The Wizard of Monami. The movie that Monokuma directed. There were a total of 3 deaths in the movie. First, Monami Scarecrow died by hanging herself. Next, Monami Lion was pumped full of arrows. Finally, Monami Tin Man died by getting chopped into metal pieces. And there we go. So that is all of the truth bullets. I would say that this case, it's a little bit odd to put together when you don't really know what's going on, but it's a good case. I do like this one. Right, we all good? We all good for the trial? Family friendly was 10 minutes ago. I can swear again. Ham, fuck you. Okay.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Thank you, Monokuma.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Thank you for the Ace Attorney spoiler, Lion.
Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Audio good, by the way? Now that you've got a reference for characters talking? Compared to me? Voices are kind of quiet.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Like it?
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
I'd imagine that's a bit better. It's a bit quiet. Okay, I'll make it better.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
That better? I can make it a bit louder if needed. Kinda loud now. Okay, how's this?
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Same.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
Perfect. Okay, Pog.
Listen up! The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Oh, Mikan, the implications. Oh god. I forgot that happened.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Oh no. Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body...
He is a... Yeah, let's go. We're the fucking murderer. We killed Ibuki and Hiyoko. I'm sorry, guys. I spoiled you all this early on.
Then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse and make matters worse. Damn it. Shouldn't explain it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Ba, 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 ba.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
No, that's wrong!
A movie which I hadn't seen at that point. Because the killings were imitating the little movie Monokuma made, but I had a ticket which proved I didn't watch that movie until after they had been killed, and you can only watch it once.
I'm not the killer! I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
Exactly. Monokuma beats the living fuck out of Monomi.
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it.
You sure it's not when I did the whole "you're a sassy little baka Hajime" thing? He did. You're a sassy little baka Hajime.
Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec! You're the one who brought this up in the first place!
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
Listen, Lion.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments. So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
Stepladder count to one. Oh god.
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two! Sonia, and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door
Sonia,
together.
never mind.
Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
I forgot he does that as well. His Nekomaru impression.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer's inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that ready yet? Bum, 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 bum.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
Could that have
So they
happened?
looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Could that have happened? The killer vented.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside...
No.
No, that's wrong!
I forgot to change it to... Okay.
Hold on a second. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Maybe.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It wasn't rubber at all. The semi-transparent glob was probably... What could it have been? Glue.
I see! That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
Look at him helping. He's trying his best, Sean. He's trying his best.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
This is like one of the 2 times she has that sprite. It's when she's eating glue. She doesn't eat anything else as a sprite. It's just when she's eating glue.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
Consumption.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Maybe.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
He got trapped by the oceans and oh god, not again.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
That scrap was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue? Now I should be able to figure out what it is. Hajime, what the fuck is it? Fuck. Wallpaper. But can you spell the word wallpaper?
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
He just has the entire roll of wallpaper on him.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to a certain appearance of Hiyoko's body? What could it be? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Okay, we're playing some Run. Actually fucking died. So, basically, where did Hiyoko's body come from? How did she suddenly get there? If she was killed before Ibuki, how did her body just suddenly appear? Why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? Was it hidden or brought there? It was hidden. Hajime, press for time here. Stop messing around in the escape dimension. Hajime's just vibing, leave him be. So what, your lives on the line? Who cares? Hajime's vibing. What did the killer use to hide her body? The wallpaper or the curtain? A wallpaper. What does skating have to do with the questions? How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They formed a wall, or they covered the pillar? They covered the pillar. They basically just wrapped her up like wrapping paper. Around the pillar. She was still there when Hajime found the body. Before. Ibuki.
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
It was. So when he found Ibuki, Hyoko was still there, but she was just covered up in wallpaper.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Leon is usually not that sloppy. Maybe for once this isn't actually Leon. I'm just realizing my arm is like almost aligning like perfectly with Mikan. Oh god. I also forgot to move myself over here again. Oh my god, I'm Mikan. Oh shit, oh fuck. Ladies. Look, right. But what if? What if Leon didn't commit this murder? What if? Because this is Danganronpa, it's always a possibility.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Oh my god, moss balls? Eating moss? Is that a Delta Rune reference?
I don't eat moss balls. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But Delta and Danganronpa have DR as an abbreviation. Oh shit, they do. They do. Almost as if it's intentional.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
For Rousey to be the mastermind about that.
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie? Should we explain that now?
I see!
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
What's that, Chiaki?
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just going to talk in circles. I think it's best we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am
So
telling
that's
you
where
to
the
present
screenshot
your
comes from.
evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Consent.
with that.
Yes. He stepped on blood.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye! Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Gundam's cool. It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion. It's the best I can do.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
He's great. Gundam's honestly really cool.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Rope used for hanging metal. Oh, okay.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Oh, wrong one. Wrong
You're
one.
saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those
Her
words.
butt.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
Keep forgetting.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Yep.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself! Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that!
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
Good point.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
That's a good point. What was that video?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something.
Let it get 2. There's gonna be a lot more.
So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Suspicious. Very suspicious.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an
Aside from those afflicted by the disease.
Which is the one that says Fuyuhiko was in fact in his room. Is that Mikan's? I guess Mikan's?
If nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
We can exclude the sick people.
No. I can't remember which one it is.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
No.
Crap!
I
We
can't
can
remember.
exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about...
So Fuyuhiko's account is... I don't know. I don't remember.
Right before the morning
I
announcement,
have 4 gore.
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So
I'm just trying to think. Honestly, I don't remember what this bit is. It's been a while since I've done this bit. I don't think this little section here isn't really relevant to the case. Yeah, this part isn't really relevant to finding out who the killer is, I don't think, or anything that important, so that's why I've completely forgotten it. I know how every single case plays out, I don't remember what relevance this little bit has.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
I want to say it's that.
Crap!
I want to say it's that I need
We
to
can
counter.
exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
right before the morning announcement.
I was totally asleep.
I think everyone.
So everyone who's what about you guys? I was where I was supposed.
That's not
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an app,
No,
Guess it's
that's
that.
wrong!
I guess.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
Oh yeah, this bit.
you two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
That's like the highlight of this trial.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Is that a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? And that's the end of the first half. And we're only an hour in. This is a short trial. Actually, I think the second half drags a bit. Well, hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure are tasty today.
Stop it!
Don't characterize me as someone who lives off of moss balls. And here's some chance time. What's that? Now then, Monomi's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Yeah, already. We're an hour in. We're 1 hour in. I think the second half is a bit longer. Your kind-hearted big brother's going to give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. Well, you were whining, your time's already running out. Please make sure your appeal is simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long, it'd be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be a merchandise opportunity hiding your way. Then... I'm Usami, Magical Miracle Usami. I'm an itty-bitty gully sweet like milk. I really can't do voices. Jeez, I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Nor do I, Monami. Nor do I. Gaming.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this?
Yeah, I don't understand these. I always forget them. This is the thing again that doesn't. They don't do them in V3. Yeah, they don't.
We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Blame Leon Monami. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence? Doesn't like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Oh, you so kindly shut the fuck up.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
Yeah, this bit.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hiyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Oh my god, lion gets pinned by arrows? Oh shit.
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
Maybe.
I'm saying, Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
What? Hiyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand the imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
Why did she? Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hiyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hiyoko went to the music venue? If that's the key to all this, I need to find that out no matter the cost.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Oh yeah, Sonya's account.
Why did Hyoko
No?
go to the
Oh yeah,
music
that's the
venue?
curtain.
There's no
Yeah.
way we'd know that!
I read that as the mirror for some reason.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not... Maybe she got a...
No, she went of her own free will.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah, agree with that.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
We really do. Sonya's like a character that you generally do agree with a lot. It's crazy.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that...
I won't lose!
McCartney, damn.
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Yes.
This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No! That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Rebuttal showdown.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
I can't back down!
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, then. She's going back means... She's gonna go back to the original topic.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
But, no it wasn't. It was...
Crap!
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was... There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
She didn't... No, she
Allow
did.
me to cut through those words!
Oh, no, she didn't fight the killer. What am I doing?
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
She couldn't wear it, could she? Good argument. However, you failed the mashing minigame. Good argument. However, you failed the thumb war.
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation.
They all ignore it. They already do.
Killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning? I'm pretty sure we're very, very close.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
You don't say. Dynamic between the characters is really cool in this game as opposed to the first. So the dialogue really cool. Yeah, the dialogue, they go through a different path. They really do go down a different path, the dialogue. But I really do love the characters in this game. They interact a lot more. Like in the first game, they all just felt like characters that, you know, they had the little friend groups kind of thing, but they didn't really talk much. But in this game, they all feel like one big pack in a way. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Just the characters all feel a lot more unique in this game. I honestly, this game has my favorite characters, and not just because of Chiaki. Even if Chiaki wasn't a part of this game would still have my favorite characters. They're all really good. Kazuichi said, "Shut up forever." And Nagito hasn't spoken since. He specifically said, "Yeah." Nagito is just Nagito. Nagito's cool. I didn't like him my first time playing, but now I'm playing it for the second time. I actually think he's quite cool.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
That's strange. That's very strange.
Strange? What's strange?
I see, it's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, they're still an important clue left to be completely overlooked. As Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. But why weren't there footprints on the... You ready for it, Lion?
I can prove it with this! If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail! How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
What are you talking about? You're obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito and Kamai are definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So, just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. Leon's 100% employed Nagito to be the mastermind of this game. I will say, the mastermind of this game is very cool. And whether or not we can reach that hidden truth, it's all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Of course they call that Leon.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
If there was some hidden clue in that video, I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw that video. So I'm the only one who can do it. Email Jeremy here, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Query, Nadu's here. I love how that rhymes, that's great. Hope you're doing well. Just to clarify, just in case, no spoilers. I've played this entire series before, but not everyone here has, so ideally no spoilers, please. But yes, Hajime's here. I'm the only one who can do it. So we're in the third case, and we're thinking about that video again. And yeah, Hajime's here. We just need to think about what's going on in this video. The hanging video that I saw. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm also doing great. I'm doing great. Based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. What's strange about this video? Maybe it's the stepladder again. Lion, add that to the counter.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
If Hiyoko was actually killed first, actually it's 4 now, Lion, that you missed one a few minutes ago. If Hiyoko was killed first, that would explain the blood that was on the stepladder. Because in the actual music venue, there was blood on the stepladder, but in the video Hajime saw, there was no blood on the stepladder.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier.
Make that 5. Oh, that's fair.
It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder.
There's another one. It's up to 6 now.
However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
Make that 8.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
I honestly would not be able to tell if that's an Ace Attorney reference or not.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those 2 stepladders were completely different.
What are you doing, stepladder? Well, there's another one.
Wait, are you saying there were 2 stepladders?
How many stepladders can there be? I like stepladders. I was like, oh no, I'm in 2 inches. You sure what should I do? Fear not, I am here. I can make you reach that cookie jar. I think he's about that. I want to do that in Gundam's voice. Fear not, I am here. I can't do it. I can make you reach that cookie jar. It's the best I can do. There's 12 now? Oh no. Extra 2.
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one
2 more
stepladder
there?
in the music venue.
I think my voice in that line. Oh god. Fear not, human. I can make you reach that cookie jar. with my 4 dark days of destruction.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
There's another one.
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it...
What are you two talking about?
The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Yeah, you really didn't, Ryan. You came back to many, many stepladders. Many stepladders. Actually, the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing. Is that thing the place where the killer did something? My stepladder's so funny. Since Lion started doing a counter, it's crazy how many times people mention stepladders. But can you spell stepladder? Thanks for the follow. I know what it is, and I've done this case before, but I don't actually remember what the word is, so I need to make... I don't actually remember what the word is that I need to make. Right, does anyone remember? Because I am clueless. What's the difference in the video I saw in the actual crime scene? Like, I know what... Oh! Curtains? What's 2 words? God, I don't remember for the life of me what it is. I? It's an I. For Leon Kawata. Oh. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. There's so many eyes! He took my fucking eye! Shit. But can you spell the words filming location?
I got it!
That one got a little bit chaotic because I honestly could not remember. Like, I knew that the filming location was different. I knew that. I've played this game enough times. I played it once, but I've seen enough, like, analysis and stuff. But, like, I forgot that was the answer to that. That's right. Besides stepladder, the filming location must be different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
Oh shit.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else? What did the killer do to the surveillance camera unit? They fucked it up! Oh no. Oh, okay, this is Logic Dive. Okay, I thought this was another Hangman's Gambit. No, it's Logic Dive. Okay. We're playing some Run, guys. I want to play Run again. Just a bit of distraction. Just a minor bit of distraction. So anyway, Hajime does a little bit of trolling. And if anyone here is going to do some trolling, it's Nagito. Nagito does a little bit of trolling. Hajime, please stop going to the skating dimension when we're discussing things. Hang on, which part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? Fuck, that's the wrong one. I knew it was. I didn't have enough time to read it. He tampered with the camera. Hajime! No, that's not. Oh, fucking hell. I'm paying attention to the reading, trying to do Gundam's voice. Hajime in Subway Surfers. Okay. Hajime, please stop going to the skating dimension while we are discussing who the fuck the killer. No, that doesn't work. I can't always do voices, okay? I'm not that great with voices. Gundam, I really like doing Gundam's voice. Hajime, you're making me sick with all that spinning. Okay, what did the killer did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or the hospital? He tampered with the one at the music venue. It's the one at the hospital transmitted perfectly. Hajime's ultimate talent is that he's just the best at playing Run. Gundam wouldn't swear. He would be with the thesaurus and find an alternative for fuck. He really would. He would. What did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera to unit? They increased the signal and they took it with them. They took it with them. They grabbed the camera from the music venue and took it with them to their other location. And then they imitated Ibuki's death. They imitated Ibuki's death.
It's all coming together!
With the same camera, but somewhere else.
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
They fucked it up. The thing the killer did to the remaining monitor was they painted it, flipped it over, hid it, or destroyed it. We fucked it up.
See. The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Which means, even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? The only possibility is that place inside that building. I might be, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Give me a seat, there we go. In Yeah, but can you spell conference room? Yeah, so that video wasn't actually taken in the music venue. It was actually taken in the conference room in the hospital. But can you spell the words conference room? I love that video. It's great. I need an eat. Thank you. Give me an app. There we go. But can you spell the words conference room? Honestly, that video is great.
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
I need to like show everyone that video at some point for anyone who hasn't seen it. But can you spell the words conference room?
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
We're gonna make this joke every Hangman's Gambit. We really are. It's great though.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
To me, the conference room looked like the music venue. The killer went ahead and did some work. Got to make clear what that work was.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference rooms?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Can you spell Hangman's Gambit?
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Wrong one.
Damn it!
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the
That must be it!
They made the music room look like the conference room. No, that's wrong.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. But after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
We're the same.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room? It's gotta be that. Fuck, what was it? Candle. They both had candles. Guy needs a character arc, she's the only thing
You're
behind
referring
these
to the
pretty
candle in the
stupid.
music video, right?
You feel Monokuma plush? I don't want to throw mine. or my Chiaki plush for that matter. Or maybe even my Omogos plush. Alright. You're referring to the candle music venue, right?
In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
Maybe.
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside Cops say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
That video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue. Which means there was a fake somewhere. The fake must have been the Ibuki in the conference room, the Hiyoko at the motel, the Ibuki at the music venue, or the Hiyoko at the music venue.
I see!
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
Pues they're suspicious. That's a little bit sus. So that's what happened. Then no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set that trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
I would ask you all if you figured out who it is, but I'm pretty sure everyone here has played the game. There's probably some people here who haven't, so I'm not going to say who it is. Actually, we have to say who it is. Is there anyone who hasn't finished this game who wants to guess who the killer is? That's right. I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is. You think the killer is the buff guy? The buff guy? You mean the one who's not here? Nekamaru's not here, if you mean him. Exactly. The killer is the stepladder. What, Ibuki was like climbing up the stepladder, slipped, and killed Hiyoko? He's avoiding suspicion by being a avoiding his own trial. Potentially. Okay, so I'll go through all the students. So there's Hajime, there's Nagito, there's Gundam, Kazuichi, Sonya, Chiaki, Akane, Fuyuhiko, Mikan. Yeah. So one of those 10. 9. Nakamaru kind of had the crap beat out of him days before the murder. Yeah. Stepladder villain arc. Anyone want to guess? Because I'm going to check on my terminology. In all seriousness, I have a hunch it's Mikan just because of some of the descriptions so far. I think there was something about Hiyoko being tied up to restrict blood loss and only a nurse could do that. Okay. Right, so because username guessed, I'm going to go for Mikan.
You're the only one!
Well done, username.
You're the killer, aren't you?
It was Mikan. Also, who would know that heating a body up would make the autopsy impossible? Exactly. Honestly, so for the first time me doing this, I didn't pick up on many of the hints, but there were literally a couple times in this trial where she straight up admits to killing, but like no one takes her seriously. Like earlier on, I can't remember what it was. Yeah, so I think it was Nagito talking about how the killing happened within the 10 minutes between Hajime going to the motel and back, and then Mikan said, what a short amount of time for someone like me. And then no one paid attention to it. No one picked up on it.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hiyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
Mikan is the sussy imposter.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Then, if you insist, I will use the on-call room upstairs. You must be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you relax in the lobby instead.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Faceless blackened butt.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible! There's no way I could kill someone!
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
I'm gonna go fill up my bottle. I'm very thirsty. I'll be back in like a minute, okay? And then we will have Mikan sussed out. I'm back in like a minute, guys. I'm gonna run a quick ad break. One sec. Is that gonna work? Okay, sub moment. Hello, subs. Coming. Oh my god, same. Right, is everyone back from the ads? I think it was a whole minute, to be fair. You guys returned, it appears. I believe you guys have returned. I think. Okay, so. Hello, welcome back. Hydrate or dive straight, that is exactly how I see it. You didn't even get sent to the ads mention? Well, that's an advertisement moment. Okay, so. I have apple juice.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
The way he said woman, my god.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
Slow-witted woman. Me.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
And now he feels bad. She's like the clumsiest one here, yeah. Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Maybe so, user. Maybe so. Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No. In fact, it'd be so much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt in someone I spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
Sure, go ahead.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue? Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope.
Oh yeah.
And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So this rope will be much of a clue. Then I might as well search for another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Nagito's words contain a decisive clue? Is that really true? Cool, Nagito. Ba-da-ba-boom.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Oh fuck. I keep on forgetting to do it.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
So the rope used. Hang on. No.
Crap!
I don't actually. This is another one of those cases where I don't actually
Ibuki
remember
didn't
what I
die
need to
from hanging.
use.
She was strangled to death.
I did forget.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That must be it!
Mikan's lie.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
That's what I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yeah, she had no other external injuries. There's no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
But that was Mikan's lie, wasn't it?
told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikon, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikon nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikon because she was nursing her.
So Mikon volunteered to nurse us? 'Cause she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikon is the killer.
Leon is a truly talented person. It's like Leon has just like every known talent, just known to man. A Danganronpa game with Leon, who literally has every single talent. Oh god. The ultimate everything.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer.
Precariously.
There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop! I don't want to do this either! Of course I don't want to do this!
It's getting annoying now.
But I need to do this!
You doubt your friends?
That's not it! I suspect them because I want to believe them!
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
What do you mean she's annoying?
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first.
Well said, Chiaki.
Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say? Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault.
Oh my god, Mikon Pog. Mikon Pog.
Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her one with the problem. I'm done with that! You hear me? I'm done!
Hey, Mikan.
So yeah, she fucking snapped.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Not fair! Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away! What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
She thinks it's fair. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Hey Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Wait. Oh no.
Can you prove it?
Prove it?
Hajime got Chiaki. Yes. Do you stutter in your mind? That's a good point.
Wait! Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video?
We've given you a lot of proof, Mikan.
Ah! That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer! The video... I never filmed that video!
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime. So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Could it be... Was this Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me. The only person who saw that video.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this.
I'm not the killer!
Mikan's a king? I don't remember what it is. Fuck.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
She honestly sounds... She sounds like, You remember... fucking hell, the first game, right? First game. And Junko had like a fucking million different phases. The one with the clipboard, being all analytical. She sounds exactly the same. Been half asleep this whole stream. Sean be kind of tired.
Is that really your proof?
You
could tell her body type under the hospital gown. Just from that video. Just from that camera angle. Just from that dim candlelight. There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Don't flinch. Don't hesitate. Don't run away. I'm the only one who saw that video. Who else is going to do it if I don't?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Yes. Fuck.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the
I need
hospital?
that bullet from
Is that
Chiaki.
really? You could tell her body just from that dip. There's no way you'd be able to make. So please
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Don't flinch. Don't hesitate. Don't run away. I'm the only one who saw that video. Who else can do it if I don't?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
No.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
No.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
No.
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Nope.
Just from that video?
Nope.
Just from that camera angle?
Nope.
Just from that dim candlelight?
I don't think so.
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Fuck, what was it?
So please forgive me!
Hajime, if you're the only one who can point
It
out
is
the
with
killer's
killer's
mistake.
mistake. I just don't remember. I don't remember which one I need to shoot.
We can't.
The problem is because I know exactly how the case played out. I'm overlooking obvious things.
Who could have filmed that video?
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head
No.
the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
I don't think so.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Maybe.
Ibuki and Mikan clearly
It's
have
the
different
hair.
body types.
Is that really
No,
your
it's not.
proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Don't think it was.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be
crazy.
the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that dip. There's no way you'd be. So please
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Is that really? You could tell her body type under just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Apparently.
Through that contradiction.
Apparently so. I don't remember how.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
I don't remember how that's relevant.
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Fair. Fair, but like I don't understand how that's still relevant.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen.
Oh. Okay, so just questioning the camera angle is sus. Okay, never mind.
Is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
I'll be honest, I thought this part with the camera angle was about something different, where the camera is positioned as if it was a music venue, it would have to be on top of something really tall to be that high, right over the stage. The conference room, however, didn't need to have that high. And had this table you could the camera. That's a really good fucking point that I never picked up on. Yeah, to get the same camera angle in the music venue, you need to have the camera up really high. Or if they wouldn't want to go for realism, just have the camera on the floor in the conference room.
Forgive me! Huh? I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Huh? Stupid. Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
Hey, Mikan, you good?
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible.
It's very creepy.
Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated. And I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Long time no see. Well, not really. Oh, shit. I'll keep explaining till you forgive me. That bag is a limited item. That's what that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off. This chick, she totally lost it for good. Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously going to forgive me, right? That's right. I'm not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Yes.
You still haven't forgiven me?
Oh yeah.
Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me!
I forgot the reload button, so I'm just going crazy.
Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me!
So tattoo.
Why only me? Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
What? Bonus theatre prize.
Please, draw
Theatre
on
bonus
me.
prize. Theatre prize bonus.
Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything
It's the
you
order.
want. Forgive me! Forgive me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two
Theatre
places
bonus
at the same
prize.
time.
This is
There
the
we
end.
go. It's just the order of the words. It means the same thing. bonus theatre prize. Theatre bonus prize. It's the same thing.
Mentioned this earlier.
On the meat bone. Bone meat on the arm. When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to pay customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in 2 separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
Because you are the killer.
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Nikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Closing argument. Right. So, Hajime in the hospital goes to the monitor because it was flashing early. He presses it. Hang on. It's a case of using which one works. I forgot this isn't like the first game. I can't do it in order. I don't have many chances in this one, shit. Fuck. I got one more chance. Put it back to north after destroying it.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw.
I forgot how short that little bit was.
That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Lion. Lion, you did a great job doing that. You've done a great job. So you had to fill in for Sean this time, because Sean's a little bit tired. However, you've done a good job. Right. And no stepladders.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you.
That's fair.
This feeling of despair!
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Go to. Interesting.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Leon fan.
Let's go!
It was Mikan.
Well now.
Now then, that may be obvious at this point.
Correct.
You got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. Ding dong, the Toko of this game is gone. Not yet. That's right, the true identity of the horrifying Blackened who killed 2 girls was Mikan Sumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. You saying Mikan, the one who nurses back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive
Joke
you.
around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? You planned to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? Let's go 2 annoying students killed.
Hey!
Don't just laugh, say something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey!
It's nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental.
Well, that's
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Sumiki we knew. Huh?
Hey,
Based on my prediction, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which is the motive for this case.
What?
Mikan too, you say? I know, because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. Despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on, do you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
what?
Huh? Hajime, something crossed your mind? My body's heavy. No, not just heavy, it's somewhat soft and really hot. That's right, Mikan felt really hot at the time. Now I think about it, there must have been a high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps.
The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Must have been cured along with it. Shut up, don't question it. I mean, that is a good point. Losing all hope and harbouring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with the despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
Jeez.
Which means the Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's inflicted by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of the sake of hope?
Impossible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong? Wrong? What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
Who are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full.
Just a bit, Lion.
This is my reciprocation.
You're joking. I mean, why would she be talking about Junko? I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But, you know, to transcend all that is truly
It's
what love is all
love.
about.
Hey.
I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is she talking about Leon? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you.
Well,
Even if I say this, I'm sure no one here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. It's feeling of freedom when you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. That's why as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me, it's say nothing matters.
Amazing.
I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love, only love.
Could it be?
Nagito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
This
It
is...
seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair. You were half right. It's right to say this is all thanks to the disease. Because thanks to the disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? Apparently that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease?
But...
But if this means you remembered something and ended up like this...
such despair.
Are you saying you like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island? Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It's all your fault, you know. Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see. Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. My beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. Because that is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about? You're saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this, all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. Oh, you still doubt me? And to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. It's about that World Ender organization that you all were worrying about.
You serious?
You know? Not know. I just remembered, that is all. I knew about it all along. How this horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Future Foundation? Future? That's right. The symbol on the ancient ruins door. That's right. It was a Japanese word for future. The Leon Foundation. Chapter 3 culprits fucking snap. They really do.
Hey.
Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, that organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
Heck, this isn't a comic book, you know. As part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us into this island. Isn't that right, Monami? You, Monami, Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Monami and I are members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own.
Hey.
Don't laugh. We can't. If you already do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding Amogos? Of course I know that. Let's see. The Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is... Oh, well. No one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not!
Hell no! We'll find out eventually. There's no need to be so impatient. Alright, well it was nice having you here. Hopefully we see you again soon. See ya! Okay. Probably when that countdown ends. Countdown? You even know about that?
Oh?
I don't know anything. Huh? I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love. From the bottom of my heart, I just don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
You can't... Is this really you? I won't believe it. Oh no, it's a bomb. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person you've been spending time with up until now? The past. Past? A person? She didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend?
Oh?
That has made me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self. That's...
Well...
Well, that applies to you as well. Memories of people, memories of events, whatever memory it is, losing memories are
Do you understand?
like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
Hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story about our stolen school lives.
Hey, hey!
So strong. Our memories are taken away?
Damn it!
It wasn't true. We wouldn't be suffering this much. Oh, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace?
Oh?
I'm Monokuma. Is it right for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Damn it, why? Mikan, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. It's too much.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate nurse, Mikan Sumiki.
So it's over.
I will say her execution's very fucking weird. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's a shit execution. It's very sexualized as well. It's not very good. A lot of people do say this is like the worst execution in the entire series. And not in a good way.
It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Bye bye, Egg Cheese. Ultimate Nurse, Mikan Sumiki's execution. Executed. That's it. It's such a dumb execution, I swear. Someone had to animate that, yeah. I don't know, it's just such a dumb execution. Like, how did she die? Right. It's finished. Is it really finished? The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hiyoko Sayonji was Mikan Sumiki. She's been executed. She apparently committed a crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. Overdose or something like that. Exactly. Like, I did see like someone like do like a rewrite of this chapter. They made many changes. Like, basically this entire like case had so much criticism because this one was rushed. Basically, Hiyoko dying was like a bad decision because like she had a full character arc. Like, she could have like developed more, but they killed her at that point. They never discussed the murder weapon for Hiyoko, and I don't know. There was a lot of problems with it. I can't be bothered to go. There's so many. There are so many problems with it. I can't talk. I still think it's a good chapter. It was a really good like motive, and it was good. Like Mikan being like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly who the traitor is, but I'm not going to tell you." You know. But then the execution, because that entire execution was just, yeah, like the rewrite had her be overdosed, like that. Yeah. Yeah, that exactly. She's done all that in 10 minutes. She put everything away in the conference room, ran over to the music venue, pulled the wallpaper down, wrapped it up, hid it away, smashed up the camera, What else did she do? Glued the door, put the little, snapped the drumstick in half, put it on the ground, shut the door, then get over to Hajime, who was at the motel. All of that in 10 minutes and without being seen by anyone. There were problems with that case. It was good to solve. I don't think it's the worst case, because Chapter 2 in the first game exists, but it's not the greatest one. I will say, Chapter 4 and 5, they are like two of my most favourite cases in the entire series. They are both really, really good. Chapter 5 especially, by far my favourite in the entire series. I cannot wait for Chapter 5. But Chapter 4 is also a really good one. Like, Chapter 4 has a really, like, it's a very simple motive, but the case and like how everything is pulled off is amazing. So yeah, if you haven't seen the rest of this game, you are going to like the next 3 chapters. The second half of this game genuinely is amazing. I don't like specific part, but like it's fun to solve. Yeah, I mean there are a couple of problems with Chapter 4, but it's really good. So what? What's finished? Excuse me. Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form, or is that itself a symptom of the despair disease? Damn it! Doesn't matter either way. She ended up with that from just remembering, and all along Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope. But even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, she lost herself from a symbol disease, she's definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
Isn't that right?
So let's just move on. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait!
That is impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend who we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only a malice towards us. And now there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was the traitor too.
Wrong!
Too bad. That's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on!
The traitor is still alive. That's proof. See how fine Monomi looks right now. I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation, so you guys are like 2 hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
What does that make you, fiend? You did say that you are different from Monomi.
Phew!
Who cares who I am? More important, I'm tired. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right out during the break.
Hey!
Your eye is made of black beans?
Hey!
Wait, no, don't focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
You know, isn't it sad that life has its ups and downs? I'm tired, I'm lying. It's fun because downs come after ups. But if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So I don't want to help you guys feel better, but at a special event. Head over to the First Islands beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Old friend?
Huh?
Could it be Nekomaru?
Hey!
Isn't it Nekomaru safe after all? Safe. How should I say this? I knew I know crazy bastard Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. Starting to see the light of hope. The light of hope? I am happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but
So just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy. Miss Sonia.
However...
Even so, I am still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I am truly happy.
Fine.
If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken away from us would do the same if they still lived. Blazing One Dragons, and they're playing Cell to Singularity, Evolution Nev. I don't know what that is. Hey, Supreme Overlord of Who Gives a Shit. That line doesn't suit you at all. Well, that line suits him. The only one who died that I care for was Ibuki. That's fair. That's fair. Who's died that I care for? I mean, Pekka was cool. Obviously Byakuya. I liked Mikan the first time I played. Actually, Mikan's quite cool. Mikan's quite cool. Silence. I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Hiyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he turns to us. Miss Chatterballs. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
Right?
And let's all go greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand, even for those who have died. Huh? What the heck? Do I still have the after effects of that disease? I don't get this at all. Can't I?
Alright!
Let's go. I don't know why you hate that sound clip so much. Yeah, you're right. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator.
Uh-oh.
Man, they just ran off without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, so impatient. Did they just learn to stick around till I've finished talking? What does that mean?
Hey!
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I'm just trying to properly explain everything to them. Including Nekomaru's body. Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finished talking. If something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it just couldn't be helped. What happened to Nekomaru? He said that, oh my god. As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry to the beach on the first island!
Alright!
Alright, let's haul ass! Even though our minds are completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. So guys, what do you think happened to Nekomaru? I want to ask Yuza, because no one else here, to my knowledge, has seen this. So, Yuza, what do you think's happened to Nekomaru? You have absolutely no idea. You know something is crazy. You know a lot's happening when even Yuza can't even guess. Okay. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running towards the beach on the first island. He finally turned into a piece of shit. Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey!
Hey, Nekomaru, show yourself.
Listen!
We have come to pick you up. Please hurry and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him. But...
Hey!
What the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
Could it be... Do we get false info from Monokuma again? And that's when it happened. It must be the tree. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
That voice! With high hopes in our dreams, we turned toward the direction of the voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey! What's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Exactly, Lion.
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing! The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Mekamaru! Spamton! We're shit in Spamton! Yeah, he's a robot now. Mekamaru. Spamton G Spamton. Nine days remain. Oh, no, it's a bomb. And that is chapter 3, Trapped by the Ocean Scent. And that is chapter 3. That's all I mean. I know. You obtained present, nurse's apron. And we'll come back to this in like just over a week. So, Nekamaru is being reborn as a robot because there was no other way of saving his body. What do you guys think of that? The double kill is actually done by Mikan. I still find it crazy how that is like seems like the worst chapter. It's how you know that Danganronpa cases are good when even a good case is being viewed as the worst one. They're all really good cases. She was very creepy. She did get very creepy. Like, she remembered her beloved to the point that she would murder 2 people to see her beloved. She remembered everything, including why they're there, how they got there, who the traitor is. She knows everything, but she didn't reveal a thing. Very suspicious. Talking of suspicious, he will sacrifice everything to see Leon once again. Understandable. I see most people would, I'm sure. So I will go over the schedule for next week because it's a little bit different. A little is not exactly exaggeration. It is a crazy week when it comes to streams next week. So, let me close Danganronpa. Right, so, here we go. So, next week's streams, it's crazy. So, Monday, so tomorrow, we're doing Mario Kart Deluxe. Haven't done that in like forever. That's fine, Lion. I shall see you again soon. See you, Lion. So, yeah, tomorrow we're doing Mario Kart. Mario Kart. Haven't done that in forever, but we're doing Mario Kart tomorrow. So that'd be cool. Wednesday, Terraria Calamity. I've never done Calamity before. I want to try it. So that's what we're doing on Wednesday. And then on Friday, very heavily requested, so I'm finally doing it, Hollow Knight. We're doing Hollow Knight on Friday. And then Saturday is, of course, Tato Beta. Crazy week, different week. But yeah, I do want to try doing like a bi-weekly schedule. So one week is more just chill things that I'm more familiar with, I know, like the Minecraft, Danganronpa streams, and then the second week is more like variety. That could be quite fun to do. So that's basically the plan for the next week. So hopefully that ends up going well, and hopefully I get to see you guys on some of those streams. Who is live? To my knowledge, no one that I know. Okay. I don't know anyone who's live. Okay, well, I shall see you probably tomorrow or Wednesday or Friday or Saturday. Hopefully just again soon. I'm so shit at ending off streams, my god. It was nice. Nice, good 3 hours of trial. That was actually quite quick compared to other trials. That was quite a quick one. It was a nice stream, so thank you all for showing up. It was very nice. And see you all again soon. Bye, guys.